why don't you tell me a little bit about your background and what inspired you to found Boomernology?
I grew up in New Jersey. Been working in New York for over 20 years. Thought about being an attorney. Wound up working at to pretty major law firms throughout New York City as a legal
Hmm.
assistant. Get my feet wet, and then I decided being a lawyer wasn't the path for me. And then I was jumping from firm to firm to firm. I was always entrepreneurial, so ever since I was a kid, I was taking apart stuff and selling it or figuring things out. I always had some kind of side hustle, and then Boomerology started as like a sheer accident. I was going to Fire Island with my girlfriend, and we have cats, and we have a cat sitter, and she's an older woman, and for you to get like into our apartment or building, you don't have a physical key, but you have like your smartphone as your access. So
Okay.
when I was installing the software on her phone, I realized it wouldn't work. And then when I really looked into it, she didn't update her phone since 2016. That's it. That's a problem
How
right off
long
the
ago
bat.
was this?
Uh, 4 years ago. So
Oh,
she did
wow.
not. Yeah, so she didn't update her phone for 4 years. She's gonna kill me, but anyway, but she didn't update the phone for 4 years, and she had over like 60,000 photos on her
Wow.
phone. So one thing led to another. I said I could fix it. Updated her software. I was able to back up her photos, and she was like, "Wow, this is great. Can you fix? I have another smartphone." I was like, "Okay, I don't know why I have another phone, but anyway." So I fixed that phone, and then I went to a laptop, and then one day she was like, "Can you help my friend out?" I said, "Sure." Another friend, an elderly friend, and then she said to me one day, "You ever thought about making a business out of this?" And I was like, "No, I'm just doing this out to be a nice guy and stuff." She's like, "Well, there's a lot of people my age that, you know, have these issues and they need someone who's friendly and kind and can explain things and, get to the point." And
Hmm.
she goes, what would you charge? And I was like, "I have no idea." She's like, "Well, give me a number." And I'm like, "I don't know." And she said, "Well, how about $150 an hour?" And I went, "All right, well, let me look into this." So did some research, and then I realized, the impact of baby boomers and seniors, not just in New York City, which is, as of today, 1.6 million, but throughout the United States. Next to Gen Z, it's the second largest population with the number one largest spending power, $70 trillion. So, I started calculating this in my head. So while I was working at my last job, I was doing this on the side. And, I was just doing this on the weekend while I was just working as a legal assistant. And then I started getting a client here, client there. And then I just decided, I could actually make a business out of it. So I decided to leave my job and I just went out on my own. And I've just been doing Boomernology ever since.
That's a great origin story. That's excellent. And that's the best when somebody else is like giving you, hey, you should start a business out of this. You
Yeah,
know?
I would have never thought of that,
Yeah.
And then I started putting the numbers together and said, "Hey, wait a minute."
This makes
So,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.